An idea, no matter how brilliant, is only as good as its execution. And successful execution requires securing investment and persuading customers. This is where pitching comes in. Pitching is a unique skill that every entrepreneur needs to master alongside their technical expertise. In this film, we'll help you guide your students to plan and deliver compelling pitches that captivate investors and customers alike. We'll explore how to craft an engaging story that brings an innovation and its benefits to life. We'll also cover personal presentation skills and how they contribute to making a strong first impression. Every entrepreneur's journey starts with an idea, but to turn that idea into a reality, they need to persuade potential investors, partners, or customers of its value. This is the power of a pitch. Pitches go beyond simply presenting information. They forge emotional connections that influence the audience and drive them towards a specific outcome, whether it's investment, sales, or collaboration. To craft a successful pitch, a student must first understand the emotional connection they want to create and the compelling story that will resonate with their audience. It's crucial to remember that these connections aren't solely financial. Investors may want to make a positive impact on the world. Employees may seek personal development. Partners may aim to transform markets. And customers may desire positive changes in their lives or operations. These emotional drivers are what set a pitch apart from a presentation, which merely focuses on communicating facts and data for an objective decision. To illustrate the power of emotional connection in a pitch, you could start with a relatable example, such as persuading a reluctant friend to attend a party. Ask students to role-play this and then discuss the arguments and points raised. Effective pitches do the same thing, but for a business venture. You could encourage students to consider the stories behind the widespread adoption of technologies like the Internet of Things, renewable energy, or robotics. What emotions do these stories evoke? According to psychologist Daniel Kahneman, our brains have two decision-making systems. System 1, which is emotional, intuitive, and fast. And System 2, which is logical, rational, and slower. A high-quality pitch leverages this by making the emotional case first and then using facts and data to solidify the decision. For engineering innovations, this often starts with a compelling mission, posing a what-if question that paints a picture of a better future. Here are some key elements of a compelling pitch story. Highlight the negative emotions caused by the problem. Emphasize the user journey and the difference your product will make. Highlight the positive emotions your solution creates. Make the story relevant to your audience and use data to convince their rational minds. While an audience might be initially passive or skeptical, using emotional and persuasive language can transform them into engaging with an idea positively. A clear summary should resolve the story and present the audience with specific actions they can take to achieve the desired outcome. Handouts can be used to share detailed information, but should be distributed after the pitch to avoid distracting the audience during the presentation. The 6 C's, covered in more detail in the Communication Skills for Entrepreneurs film, are an effective way to evaluate what you are trying to communicate through your pitch. These being clear, concise, complete, correct, coherent, and courteous. To summarize, an effective pitch story emphasizes alignment between your goals and vision and those of your audience, And it is the first step in maximizing agreement and alignment for a win-win outcome, whether it's an investment or a sale. To illustrate System 1 and System 2 thinking, have students identify examples of quick, intuitive decisions, like choosing food, and slower, more complex decisions, like choosing a car. Ask students to identify examples of branding or advertising that heavily rely on System 1 emotional thinking. Film adverts are an easy example and have a lot in common with pitches. And encourage students to create lists of persuasive words and phrases that would be effective in engineering contexts. Just as a great script needs talented actors to bring it to life, a pitch relies on the presenter's personal presentation skills and the impression they create. A high-quality pitch begins with thorough preparation. This includes understanding the proposition, all technical and financial projections, and the audience. This will allow you to pitch with confidence. First impressions matter. A neat appearance conveys conscientiousness and attention to detail. And students should learn to compose themselves before greeting their audience with a warm smile and a handshake. Body language is really important to project confidence and engage an audience. When pitching, students should maintain a relaxed, upright posture, use open gestures, avoid fidgeting, and make good eye contact, especially when asking or answering questions. It's useful to use key visuals, but reading from notes or a screen should be avoided. And when speaking, it's engaging to vary tone and volume, which will help emphasize key messages. Responses matter too, as well as pausing for effect after a key point. Always pause before answering a question to formulate a strong, persuasive response. Before finishing and thanking them for listening, ensure you've answered all their questions and agreed on how and when you will follow up. It's key to emphasize the importance of preparation. Investors are natural risk takers who will ask tough questions so they can take calculated risks. Thorough preparation is key to answering them effectively and de-risking the proposition. Students could describe or model how to make a positive first impression and identify factors that contribute to a negative impression. Remind students to think from an investor's perspective, not as peers. To help students understand the effect of body language, you could model positive and negative behaviors when delivering information. Let's look at a case study you can explore with your students. It's also in the learner resource. Imagine you are helping a friend prepare a pitch deck for a patent-protected device that significantly reduces waste in a common engineering manufacturing process. The device offers significant waste reductions, 10 to 25%, financial savings, 10 to 25%, lower carbon emissions, and reduced raw material use. The pitch is to an investor who focuses on scalable, high-impact, innovative technologies and has a strong interest in both sustainability and financial returns. After presenting this case study, you can engage your students with these tasks and questions. What will the investor want to know? What would a 10-slide pitch deck look like? What is an effective structure for the pitch? What will bring the benefits of the device to life? By mastering pitching skills, your students will be equipped to effectively communicate their ideas, transforming complex concepts into compelling narratives. They'll learn to articulate the value proposition of their innovations, showcasing not just what they've created, but why it matters and how it solves real-world problems. These skills will be crucial in securing the necessary investment and partnerships to bring their visions to life. empowering them to navigate the competitive landscape of entrepreneurship with confidence and impact. Good luck, and feel free to revisit any of the films and resources to recap.